Tycoons. Tycoons episode 2. Russia. Excellent series that gives you an idea about what is happening in Russia. That is, if you are living in a cave and you have no idea about Putin, his invasion of Ukraine, and the tycoons are some of those that enable, that facilitate, that are responsible really for Putin's regime, for the invasion of Ukraine, and therefore the killing of tens of thousands of people. War crimes. Yesterday there was a news that UN teams have found plenty of evidence of war crimes committed by Russia in Ukraine. It's war, which they call a special operation. So Putin, a few of the new things. Well, we could suspect some of this, I mean, really, but still. Iar uitam în jos la... He's supposed to limit the damage to, but he doesn't. Putin is most likely the richest man in the world. At one point, he told the tycoons, "You either give me half your fortune, or it's the cage." Literal cage they shoot during this episode, The Rise and Fall of Mikhail Khodorkovsky, and the rise of others. Not their fall yet. So he became the richest man in Russia at the beginning of the 2000s. Yukos was his enterprise, which he tried to model on Western business or Western enterprise. But then he criticized the corruption, speaking in the room where Putin was presiding, and there was an exchange. Putin says, "It's your responsibility," and then what about paying taxes and some other things? And the result was that when he took off, before he took off or when he landed with his private jet, Khodorkovsky had the Faisal cars of the regime, arrested him, took him in, put him in a cage on display so that people could see everyone. And I think Mr. Brewer was commenting on this, an investor that lost everything in Russia because they can take all, and they do very often. So imagine if you're a tycoon and you have your yacht in the Caribbean or Côte d'Azur or somewhere, and you watch the news, you watch CNN, and you see Khodorkovsky, at that time, the richest man in a cage, and then sentenced to 10 years in jail, which he did. I mean, he was released after 10 years. The message is you have to try and avoid that, the cage in prison. And after that moment, the speculation, the comment is that he brought them in. It's 50% or you're going down. Then we have from the investigation of Navalny and his team some results, one of which is that palace, really, which was seen, I think, it had a lot of views. Maybe I'm exaggerating saying 1 billion. But anyway, huge number of views. Supposedly, I mean, I would vouch for it being Putin's. And it puts Versailles to shame. That's Fiona Hill saying that. She comments, she's one of the commentators, the experts, and of course she was part of the impeachment trial, witness. She worked for the Trump administration as an expert. Bolton, she was working, Bolton was her boss, and with the infamous Giuliani's hand grenade, other things. The Ukraine machinations they were trying, the blackmail, give me dirt on Hunter Biden, or Biden, really, or else you don't get the weapons you need. Putin was dying. So that's we have others, Deripaska, his association, speaking of Trump, with Manafort, Paul Manafort, the campaign head of Trump, who was sentenced, pardoned by Trump, and he had connection with Deripaska, among others. And Prigozhin, now dead for a couple of months, is mentioned with his fortune made from selling hot dogs at the beginning and then catering for the Kremlin with the Wagner group. We know more in the meantime. Though this is a very recent documentary, I think it's from this year or the last. Excellent insight, as I said. Looking at Putin, mentioning the Panama Papers, by the way, with that musician, a cello player. Anyway, a musician who is listed there with some billions of dollars, and then Putin ludicrously pathetic, explaining on as if, I mean, once in a while he just throws these stupid accusations. Is the West what attacked us? Disgusting. Let's finish this before. No zers, let's see, before we vote. So he took violin or whatever musical instrument, 12 minutes. Yeah, but never mind. Excellent. Highly recommend it.